Welcome back, Smite fans. Tonight I'm joined on the desk with Rakiri. We have a very exciting game for you. The Lords of Ulster versus the Firelink 5. Say hello to the people at home, Rakiri.
Hello, everybody. Actually, quite a good set here today. We have, like Cowboy said, Firelink 5 and Lords of Ulster, both really solid teams for this division. So we do have a Bestep ban right away.
Yeah, Bastet, of course, pretty good standard ban. She's still very annoying. Everybody's banning her across the board from rank to SCC.
Yep, definitely a very safe jungler, very annoying to play against with some of the mids currently in the meta. We do have Atlas, another very annoying pick in the current meta.
Yeah, Rakiri, you're a support player. I guess you like the Atlas pretty well, don't you?
Yeah, I do think he's probably the best support in the game if played properly. Uh, Izanami, Hercules. I wouldn't say these are necessarily meta characters. Both are more so probably target bans, or in the case of like Izanami, they just want to keep the pressure out of the dual lane. Soul, speaking
Uh,
of pressure, banned away as well.
very strong bans right now. I know the Hercules is definitely a target ban for the support of Firelink 5. And a Fenrir band to sum it up.
Yep, and we're more than likely also targeted in the support role. You do have Persephone first picked here.
That's a very strong pick for Chair Force. He's very good with the Persephone. He likes that pick a lot. I think that's a very good pickup for them, especially just first game.
Even with the penetration nerfs, Persephone is still probably, I'd say, top 5 mid laner right now. She has so much burst. Do have a Charybdis and an Odin locked in. Very potent ADC from Charybdis. I'd right here easily top 3. High value, very safe. Really good burst, good stim on her passive. Odin, on the other hand, is a character we haven't seen a bunch. What do you think of that, Triforce?
Um, well, I'm not Chair Force. I'm Cowboy, but
Okay, excuse me.
yeah, on the Odin pick though, yeah, I mean it's a little early in the draft to grab him, but maybe it's just a comfortability pick in the solo lane. We also have a Medusa Kepler. That's a very good, strong dual lane. It's going to have the aggression and the safety.
Yeah, apologies on the Triforce thing. It did just come up. But yes, Kepri is going to keep this Purse alive. Purse is really prone to dive. It's very hard, and with having 2 warriors locked in on the
Mm-hmm.
side of Firelink 5, that's going to be one thing this person is going to have to deal with. Much of this game is being dove. Very good pickup on this Kepri.
Exactly. So, Kiri, do you think this is like do you think one of these are the jungle, or do you think it's like Odin support Achilles solo?
If I had to guess off of this, I would say Achilles in the jungle, Odin in solo. Odin, you get your farm a lot more safely from solo.
Uh,
Jungle, you're expected to just be much more in people's their faces. We do have a Willish ban, a set of Lords of Ulster, interestingly enough, instead of picking it up or opting to leave it open.
Thanatos,
Thanatos ban,
Alma, and a
yes.
Geb, all pretty. Well, the Thanatos not really standard, but yeah, Alma and Geb pretty standard bands, I'd say.
Amaterasu ban as well, like that, especially with this Odin being in solo. Odin's, I'd say, more of a scaling character. Speaking of scaling characters, we do have a Scylla locked in. Extremely potent late game off of the ults. And Crush as well, just hitting for 1,000 plus with the pen meta that we're currently in.
Exactly, especially with all the setup the Achilles and Odin can bring there.
Yep.
Very strong pick.
Nike locked in on the side of Lords of Ulster, Gilgamesh as well. Have double warrior from both drafts here.
Yeah, I think a lot of these teams they seem to really like having basically 3 frontliners come late game. Oh, and a Ganesh pickup, so that does confirm Achilles or Odin is going into the jungle. Yeah. Which team comp do you like better, Curry? I'm kind of leaning towards Lords of Ulsters, but you got any thoughts on it?
Uh, Before that Ganesha lock-in, I was going to mention there's a lot of teamfight potential in the Lords of Ulster. Persephone ult, Medusa ult. You have the Winchester Moss from Gilgamesh, Nike ult. Like, there's so much AoE and teamfight control. But then Ganesha just allows you to lock down some of this frontline from the sides of Lords of Ulster. Gilgamesh is a big one. Like, it is so hard to play that character into Ganesha. He just locks you down, drops cage. Silence just keeps you from dropping drop kick. So we'll see how this works out.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you. And I guess that sums up picking bands. We're going to be going to a short break, and we'll be right back with the game. It'll be me and Double A on the cast. We'll come back.
See you all there.
Welcome back, Smite fans. We are live. All right, me and Double A here on the castle on this St. Patrick's Day. We're ready for a very exciting match. Double A, give us your thoughts of the two-team comps while we're, kind of in the dead zone waiting.
Alrighty, what's going on, everyone? Yeah, this is going to be a good game. Both these teams looking pretty strong coming into this match. I do think that it's kind of a weird draft, obviously, from Firelink 5. Definitely viable, but I'm going to assume since the jungler for Firelink 5 is on Odin, it's going to be an Odin jungle, which is going to be pretty interesting to see. So I'm really excited to see how that pans out for them.
Yeah, I like the Odin jungle. I'm a big Odin fan, and with him going in the jungle, I hope he can pull out the stops. Of course, it's going to be tough. This other team, they've got a lot of aggression, a lot of good scaling on their team as well.
Yeah, we did see that relic dropped immediately from Lords of Ulster. They're going to go ahead and try to get that pressure, and they do get that early pressure off the bat here.
Yeah, that just getting that immediate lane clear, it seems to be an advantage. Some teams like it, some teams don't.
Here comes that Odin. He's going to jump in immediately on Persephone, and she is going to go down. Good pickup from Odin, and now Gilgamesh is going to have to retreat here in the mid lane. What do we think about that engagement, Cowboy?
That just was that was a perfect. That's what you got to do as Odin to get a kill there. That's pretty rough for them. Now you're gonna get the Scylla and the Odin closer to the late game, which is where you want them to be.
Tricky little gank potentially coming in here. Odin's going to show up right behind Medusa. Jump in, look for his stun, but Khepri's going to grab him immediately. And now the entire team's here. Can Khepri get out? He's going to get stunned, and he will go down. Another kill for Odin jungle.
Excellent pickup there for the Odin jungle. This guy, White Ombre, is just playing this pick perfectly right now. He is putting on a clinic.
Yeah, doing a great job. The doubters for having that kind of Odin jungle are being proved wrong right now. Definitely not something you see very often, but it can be super effective if you can use it correctly, especially as ultimate.
Yes, I definitely agree there.
So we're looking at these comps. We are going to see everything pretty standard. Both supports are going to go that Sentinels Embrace, or is that what it's called? Yeah. Sentinels.
Yes, Sentinels Embrace.
Thank you. Sentinels Embrace, gonna go that. We do see Aya Jungle from Odin, which I think is the better option. And we are gonna see a kill over here in the solo lane. Odin, though, is gonna look for his third kill. He is gonna get it. Now it's Nike and him left over here in solo lane. Odin is down a level, but he's gonna start chasing this Nike, and he finally does disengage here. But Nike still wants to fight, taking a bunch of damage as Odin. And looks like Nike will hop out as Odin tried to get the stun there. Keely's now popping in with that teleport. And I think all should be well now.
Yeah, no, if you're Lords of Ulster, you're going to definitely try to stem this bleeding. This Odin is going to be getting out of control really quick if he's getting this good of a start.
They're doing a good job so far. We do see that Odin hanging out here in the solo lane once again. Nike is down in mana.
Yeah, with all this jungle invades and stuff too, it's going to really start weighing on the Nike, especially when you have a little bit more of an aggressive pick like the Odin. I gotta say, I'm just liking all this pressure. Also, you can see a little bit difference in build in the solo lane.
Grab from Khepri, stun from Ganesha as well. Crypto's going to go into her dash. Medusa's going to maybe drop some autos here. He's going to hit Ganesha and cause them to go under tower.
Yeah, just a good little engage, just to try to let them know they're still there. Not going to be pushed around.
We are seeing a sub playing for Firelink over here in the mid lane, playing Scylla. Dovi, I believe is how you say that name.
Right. Yeah, that is I think that's how you pronounce it, or maybe like Skyrim's Dovahkiin or something might be. Definitely, this is a good play we're seeing out here. Psycho, there's a gold lead and experience lead still for Firelink. They're still ahead, so that's
Yep, just slightly. Still this early game, so it's nothing too crazy off the bat here. The pressure is towards Firelink right now. Doing a good job so far. See an engagement over here in the mid lane. Gilgamesh forced to jump out of there. Odin is up a level. They're going to approach the side camp. Here comes the ultimate. They're stuck in it. Here Persephone ultimate as well coming in. Scylla gets a kill. And White Ombre going to grab another. And that's a great job from Firelink. 2 great kills over here in the mid lane.
Yeah, you just can't let that happen there if you are Lords of Ulster. That you use both your ults and you can't get a kill out of it. That's a hard start. Well, it's been a hard start for them, but you know, you got a 4-0 and 1 Odin. It's gonna start really weighing down.
Both supports are going to pick up this Chalice of the Oracle. Any thoughts on that?
Well, you know, they need to be warding, and I guess they just don't want to keep paying for wards. It's not bad early game like this. You know, they may opt to sell it later on and just buy sentry wards and your spare wards afterwards. But for right now, I think it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and so far we have seen Ganesha do quite a bit. I believe dropped an ultimate in the last little team fight and helped secure a few of those kills. And speaking of team fights, over here in the mid lane, they are looking to come together. Both supports clashing for a moment there.
Yeah, supports kind of clashing with each other, though.
Oh, Odin gonna jump in, and that's some crazy damage. He's gonna get the stun. Scylla's gonna get the stun as well. Capriel does get popped, and Persephone will get out of here with that speed boost. Like Medusa and Charybdis, both pretty even so far. Nothing too crazy. We do see that assist for Charybdis. But they're both going to drop some abilities on each other, trying to clear away. Medusa's going to tick over to 8 before Charybdis. They're going to box a little bit here. Medusa is forced down to about half health. Here comes Kepri to help her out. They're looking to maybe engage. Here they're going to come in. There's that dash, but Charybdis immediately going to go into that dash. Smart play to get out of there.
Yeah, definitely might have been sensing the impending danger. Didn't want to get drawn out.
Here comes Ganesha into the mid lane. Does some decent damage to Persephone and is going to silence her. Gilgamesh going to come in, kick him against the wall. Just going to force him to get away from his mid laner.
Good plays all around there.
Formidable Pie over here on the Nike is down to about half health. He just ticks over into that execution range, but it won't get popped this time. Achilles didn't want a tower dive, and I don't blame him.
Yeah, early game with the Achilles, of course, you still kind of squish. You don't want to die to tower. Yeah, notice he's winning a Berserker Shield too. You know, it's a little bit, I guess, different, or I haven't seen it on the Achilles.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting pickup. I think it's been working out pretty well for him so far. I mean, he does have the pressure in lane, but not something traditionally that I would see.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Outside of that, all the builds are looking kind of either the same or, you know, what could be considered standard.
Little stun from Capri, keeping Odin out of the mid lane. Over in the dual lane, though, Ganesha ultimate going to get dropped. Medusa's going to have to use her ultimate to get that CC immunity, but Charybdis coming in, he doesn't get that stun, as Ganesha's going to tower dive. They're still looking for this kill. Here comes an Odin. They want this kill for sure. She's in a corner. Can she get out? She can't. Kiki Jiki going to grab that kill. Capri rotating over to help out his companion, but Persephone's here, drops an ultimate on Odin, and down goes White Ombre.
And the mighty Odin has fallen, not before he was 4-0-2.
Yeah, definitely a tough situation there. 1-for-1 for both teams. The poor Indigo just got cornered right into the herd tower there, and it was a rough situation when you've got an Odin behind you and 2 people in front of you as well.
Yeah, that's a hard time.
Persephone and Scylla over here in the mid lane. Persephone just got her first kill. Or no, she didn't, but she did drop an ultimate.
Yeah, they're going to definitely start seeing a lot of advantages out of the Persephone ult. Which, I mean, that one that obviously helped set up. I ain't saying it's necessarily on chair force. It's more like you just got to capitalize on it. It's such a big team fight ult. That.
Yeah, and being able to just drop an ultimate with Persephone, I mean, it causes so much havoc. You know, it's a great beads burner as well, so it works out in those team fights, just like you said. And I think it'll be really beneficial here in the team fights as long as he can continue to hit those for sure.
Definitely, I can't agree anymore with you.
The fire giant has arrived.
I said that wrong. I can't agree more.
Couldn't
Anyways,
agree more.
Fire Giant has arrived.
But for sure, we're going to see a few people heading towards this left lane looking to bully Indigo some more. See what happens here.
Seem to have something against them. I don't really know. They're going for my man, though.
Khepri going to notice that rotates over. Maybe going to meet Odin in the jungle, a little ring around the Rosie, and they will meet and just box a little bit here. Odin's going to stun Khepri and walk away.
Right. Well, little thing to note, too, is Gilgamesh, underclass, he is keeping up with the Odin, and he's actually got a item lead on the Odin itself. That's pretty interesting. I guess, he's been focusing a little more on the farm. The Odin, of course, making kills for the team.
Yeah, we're going to see that Odin ultimate come out here. Medusa going to get trapped in it, but not a whole lot of damage taken yet. Odin drops that bird bomb, but not going to be enough damage. Medusa, though, chipping down Odin. Charybdis with that ultimate, looking to maybe get a grab. Does get the stun, but no, CC immunity is going to come out from a Medusa ultimate. She's going to dash away as she took too much damage there. Persephone ultimate, there it is. Your wife's new boyfriend going to grab that, and now Charybdis on the run from Khepri. And
yeah, that was excellent.
Enemies of team, but
and pick up my chair force there.
Team fight still going on here. Scylla going to use her ultimate to get away, but she's going to come right back in. She's going to drop the ultimate and gets a bunch of damage out. It's Dovey going to grab that kill on Flameo Hotman now. And we're going to see them continue to fight here. Gilgamesh ultimate is going to get dropped. Ganesha's really low, but nobody seems to notice. They're looking for the Scylla instead. They're going to tower dive. Now they're going to back off as Gilgamesh tries to harass them some more. Gilgamesh still looking to get this kill, and your wife's new boyfriend going to grab a double kill over here. Kiki Jiki, though, going to finish off Underclass Hero. And that's going to be a team fight win, I believe, for the Firelink 5?
Yes. I think so.
Persephone's still going to box over here. Scylla maybe pushed up a little too far. Got to be careful. Here's Achilles, though, going to rotate in. Here's a Persephone ult once again, already on cooldown, and right away we're going to see that go down, but it looks like Chair Force did do enough damage there to drop its Dovey.
Yeah, no, I knew Chair Force, he definitely has a very good Persephone. It was only a matter of time for him to start making a big presence in this game. In this past team fight, he has shown up.
Yeah, he's been doing a great job. I mean, 3 kills there in that team fight for him makes it in Lords of Ulster's favor. And it's going to be a great job. He does go down there, but definitely capitalized on its Dovey pushing up a little too far.
Right, yeah, now I'm sure if we go to the damage charts here, he is near the top. Him and, of course, Odin, I'd say, are probably some of our top damage dealers at the moment.
Yeah, we're going to see Medusa, Charybdis, and Persephone going to be the highest.
Oh, wow. I was off.
All good. Both teams really close, though. I mean, you do see Firelink with that kill advantage, but they are only up about 1,000 gold, so nothing insane yet. We are 13 minutes in, so that lead hasn't accumulated yet.
Yeah, and I think the lead really is going to accumulate here in the next 5 minutes or so when we start seeing the first big objective play, just because we have so many team centric ults. That's I think when we'll definitely all see all this big impact.
Little 2v2 here in the mid lane. Khepri is trying to get a stun on Scylla, does miss that time. Odin gonna show up, is looking to maybe harass a Persephone. He's got that stun up. He's gonna hit Khepri with it instead. Stun him. Nothing will come of it this time. Both these teams, both supports doing pretty well so far. Ganesha doing a great job here in the team fights. We did see in picks and bans, they banned out 1 2-inch Tomahawk's best god there, at least the god he plays the most, which is Hercules.
Yeah.
But proving that,
well, to be fair, he deflays the Ganesh very well too, if I'm not mistaken. He's got several stars on it as well.
doing a great job.
Man, he's got, maybe limited, but odds limited. He's definitely good at what he does.
King Kerbis over here with a slight lead. Oh, Nike just ticking over there. Now they're tied. But nothing from solo lane too much so far. A few rotations here and there, but nothing against one another.
Yeah, kind of how I expected. You know, with Nike and Achilles. I mean, Achilles got to get you down into ult range, and Nike definitely probably needs like a gank to help get a kill on the Achilles.
You know, looking at this Medusa over here in dual lane as well, doing a great job using that ultimate. I think every time that the ultimate's been used, it's been to cancel out the CC, and has been using that CC immunity on the ultimate really well, and doing a bunch of damage in the meantime. So, great job for Indigo over there in the dual lane. We are going to see Firelink 5 starting to approach this Gold Fury, about half health now. Odin going to maybe look to cage somebody. It's going to be Persephone. Khepri is not going to peel whatsoever. He's going to look for this Gold Fury instead, and it is going to go the way of Firelink 5. Now Nike's stuck in here, and ultimate comes out, and she's going to get chomped down on by Charybdis. Gilgamesh getting in the mix here, kicks somebody against the wall. Relics get popped. Achilles really low. Looks like Warmth of Pie will grab that kill against King Kerbis. Finally, the solo laners kill one another.
Yeah, finally. That's a pretty good engagement there. I didn't see who picked up the Gold Fury, but
Firelink 5 did.
Firelink 5 did? Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's good on Firelink. You know, Kelly's for the Gold Fury. Not a terrible trade.
Looking like they're going to go for this Pyromancer now. They are going to burn it completely. Lords of Ulster going to grab the other side of the map instead of Firelink. Firelink not going to show up this time. Charybdis, though, looks like maybe be split pushing over there. Kiki.
Yeah, that's not necessarily a bad idea right now. You know, no towers really have been, well, no towers have been taken, but like none of them have been just pushed very hard either.
Ganesha just going to wait for Nike to get that drop down. I believe Ganesha grabbed that too as well. So exactly what you want your support to be doing there. Maybe not staring at the enemy, but at least grabbing those blessings for his team.
It's all mind game, Double A. You gotta get inside their head, play the mind games.
Yeah.
That's what the Ganesha was doing.
Really intimidate him for sure. Yeah. Make sure you mean business first. Like Nike and Achilles, maybe gonna clash a little bit. Nothing crazy there. We're gonna see Persephone and Khepri go ahead and grab that red buff. Damage Khepri, everybody. That's gonna be super beneficial. Ganesha gonna meet up with that Khepri, gonna cause him to dash away as he was trying to steal those blessings from the Firelink 5.
Can't underestimate a damaged Khepri. You know, there's been many a times in my games, even our support, he'll get the final tick of damage with the Khepri's Sunball. So, you know, that Khepri does need his damage.
Of course, you know, we love to see it out here. Like Persephone's gonna clash with Scylla over here. There's the ultimate. It's not gonna hit anybody, but it's gonna ensnare a few. Scylla gonna pop that ultimate to make sure she's not stuck. Achilles, though, gonna engage. Ganesha ultimate comes out. They're gonna still look to maybe siege this tower, but Khepri doing a good job of holding them off. Odin still posturing here. They're finally gonna go away as Nike's gonna pop back with that teleport glyph. Gilgamesh gonna jump in here. Ganesha gonna silence a few. Great double stun from Scylla. Khepri gonna grab somebody over here. Indigo and Charybdis gonna clash. Indigo does get the better of Kiki Jiki on that fight. On the other side of the map, we're gonna see a Gilgamesh ultimate. Odin gonna jump out, but he's being harassed. Can he get out of here? Relics gets popped. They really want to secure this kill. Great Scylla crush. Gonna hit 3 members of Lords of Ulster. And Persephone now looking to get this kill. Aiming at some squishies. Nike's gonna come over and help. They're still fighting. Look at Gilgamesh is going to tower dive. Really wants his own Odin shield, though. Going to keep him alive. And now he's in trouble as well. Nike's going to get jumped on by Gilgamesh and Achilles. Is Gilgamesh going to try to come over and help his comrade? He will jump out. They're still going to chase. And I believe only one person, 2 people maybe went down there. One? I think just one person went down. And that was on the other side of the map.
Yeah, that was definitely a very long-winded fight, but you know that
that's a great team fight. No, you're all good. Dude. Great team fight. Nobody goes down, which is super surprising. A lot of people low and a lot of diving going on, but nothing of substance yet. Capri and Achilles saying hi to each other over here in solo lane. Oh, look at that. We're going to fight for this blessing once again. The other support now, and I believe he gets it. Both supports grabbing those blessings right now for their team. It's pretty funny.
And them supports, they like playing those mind games. Stare down and just take it at the last second.
Yeah, of course. If you want to, assert even more dominance, do that for a Gold Fury instead or something like that. But
yeah, maybe still a fire giant with a Sobek.
Yeah, crazy. I don't know who would ever do that, but we are going to see maybe some posture for this Gold Fury. It's about to come up. Capri going to grab Scylla over here. Persephone's here, looking for an ability. Yep, Scylla beads are going to be down. We're going to see that Odin hop in, though, on the other side.
And looks like a reset.
Yeah, nothing coming out of that yet. Everybody's still relatively healthy. Gilgamesh going to lie in wait in the jungle here. Odin's going to come over here. Does he get a stun? Ooh, nice little dash for Persephone will stop that from happening.
Yep. Looking at builds again. No, all
There we go.
semi-standard. Other, few different flavor pick items, like solo and whatnot.
We are going to see this Primal Fury come out. Nobody here on this left side of the map for Lords of Ulster. They'll grab that second Gold Fury of the game, but we're going to see a Fire Giant start over here on the other side of the map. They're looking to shred this down. Here comes the Relic Pop. Odin's the only one over here. Firelink 5 going to rotate. Persephone ultimate going to shred Odin way down. Beads get popped, but he is going to go down.
Oh.
Fire Giant still at a fourth of health. Are they going to drop it or keep going? Looks like they are going to drop it potentially. Achilles getting whittled down. Capri as well going to get whittled down. Scylla comes out, not going to hit anybody, taking a bunch of damage, finally goes down. Indigo grabs that kill. Achilles going to use his ultimate to get out. Charybdis gets a nice stun as Persephone gets hit with that, and she's going to have to be careful now. Nobody gets the Fire Giant here in this engagement.
That was a great play by the Odin. Sure, he died, but he kept him from getting fired.
Oh, no.
And then the team reacted.
Ganesha really low. Underclass Hero going to finish him off. We're still going to fight. Capri going to grab King Kerbis. Underclass Hero going to grab that kill as well. And that's a great team fight. Four Lords of Ulster going to grab all the kills. Everybody low to the credit of Firelink 5, but that's not going to be enough.
That's definitely rough, but the thing they got to look at is they can't do Fire Giant right now, so you definitely delayed that in the inevitable.
Yeah, did a great job. Lords of Ulster now going to grab that lead, or slightly. They're going to pull it back. They do have that kill lead, but they are going to be down in gold still. Nike's going to chase Odin over here as they're going to fight over some wards. Pyromancer going to get started now for Lords of Ulster. It's going to get completely shredded. We're going to see the same thing we saw earlier. Firelink 5 going to grab that those Gold Furies, while Lords of Ulster going to grab that Pyromancer instead.
Yeah, try to catch up in the gold lead just a little bit. They actually pass them 300 gold, but, obviously that's not like 2 wards.
Now we're going to see the teams clash over here in the enemy jungle now. Charybdis ult and Persephone all going to get dropped. Charybdis, though, taking the brunt of that. Relic going to get popped once more as they're going to get out of the Odin cage. And now Charybdis still alive, but really low. King Kerbis, though, going to turn that around, grab a kill. They grab a double kill. Flamio Hotman going to go down. He's looking to harass some more people. He's going to go ahead and get a double stun. He gets kicked against the wall. Other side of the map over here in mid lane, down goes Chair Force. Now Achilles in trouble. He will go down. 3 members for Firelink 5, though, still healthy. As Ganesha is going to look to chase, but he gets kicked right against the wall. Gilgamesh now still going to fight. Ganesha really low. Gilgamesh beads gets popped, but Scylla's going to jump right in, but could have been a mistake as Gilgamesh still healthy. Odin, though, going to fight this Medusa. Down goes it's Dovey. Underclass Hero going to grab that kill. Odin going to grab a kill as well. We're still fighting over here as Gilgamesh is going to get stunned. Great job from Ganesha, and Kiki Jiki going to grab that kill. And now 3 members of Firelink 5 back the other way are going to win that team fight.
Yeah, what an aggressive play by the Scylla, diving in like that. That was insane. Plays all around for Firelink. That was great execution from them.
Yeah, and they're going to get a free fire giant. There's nothing here. Nobody's up to contest that at all. And now Firelink 5 going to have the pressure here.
Yeah, this is now Firelink 5's game to lose, as they say. But still a lot of game left. Just advantage to the Firelink team right now.
And who do you think the key has been for Firelink so far in this match? We've seen a lot of plays from a lot of people on this team.
I mean, I really think it's centered around this Odin. He is just, getting the stuns, getting all the setups. Him and King Kerbis on the Achilles, I think they're both kind of your players. They've had a lot of where they may have not gotten kills. They delayed the fight out to get the team in there. They've set up. I think just their setup alone is what's helping the rest of the squad really come through with the damage and kills.
And nobody in this game really struggling that bad. Kepri trying to do his best, but I don't know that it's his fault that his stats are 0, 3, and 6 right now. Still doing a decent job for his team. Close to half those kills participated in. But yeah, I mean, there's nobody really to fault. I mean, Scylla not having the best game of her life right now, but the 8 assists speak for themselves as well. So I think this is just kind of a blood match right now. Both these teams going back and forth. Firelink now has the lead, but we could see Lords of Ulster come back in the next few minutes here as well.
Yeah, definitely. There's it's still a very close game. There's just no individual winner moment.
What do you think the Lords of Ulster have to do so far in this match to get back that pressure?
They need to try to bait out some of the team fight ults of, of course, the Ganesh and the Odin without, sustaining too much damage or dying out. I think once they get those away, just definitely focus the Scylla and the Charybdis and, let the tanks lie where they fall. At least what I think they should do.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a smart idea. We are going to see a few towers get dropped now. Firelink 5 using that fire giant to their advantage.
Give themselves a small, 5, 6K gold lead. Not too bad, not too shabby.
Feel some blessings on the way over there. You might as well.
Hopefully the sports don't steal them from them this time.
If Lords of Ulster not going to contest this tower, and it's definitely smart of them, but are they going to drop the tower? Maybe Firelink 5 forgot to drop a little bit more damage. They'll grab that finally with their DPS. Now we're going to see this Gold Fury, or I believe it's a Primal Fury now. They are going to grab that. Once again, continuing the trend of grabbing that Gold Fury. All 3 of them so far have been dropped by Firelink 5.
They now have about a 5K gold lead, and they have 50 seconds left on Fire Giant. Or a little more, a little less.
Look at this. History going to repeat itself again. Looks like Lords of Ulster going to grab this Pyromancer. And now all 3 Pyromancers been grabbed by Lords of Ulster, just back and forth once again.
You got to get gold somewhere on the map. I can't fault them for at least trying to get some objectives done. They definitely got to get set up, though. I think this next Fire Giant can end the game for win the game for the Firelink 5, end the game for Lords of Ulster if they don't defend here. Which, of course, they have all Phoenixes up, so why wouldn't they? Just need a really good team fight out of them.
Yeah, for sure. And we're going to see everybody tick over to that level 20. Just Flameo Hot Man going to be a little behind, but what happens when you're a support and your team's down in gold and XP?
Yeah, can't even, like I said, it just happens. Can't blame the Kepper for that.
Go ahead and take a look at these stats. 9K, almost 10K difference in that XP. And then 4 gold as well, going to be around 9K. But we're going to see a little engagement over here. This looks like Flameo Hotman just gets the brunt of it. He is going to go down. Odin going to jump in onto this Nike. Medusa's going to poke him out. Nike going to push them back right now. And they're looking for this fight. as well. Here, Odin's going to come around the back. It looks like he's going to try to focus them, but Gilgamesh going to get stuck in between of everybody. It's Dovey going to pop his ultimate, looking for somebody there. Won't get it. Nike, though, with her ultimate, is going to take on a 3-on-1 right now. Persephone doing a bunch of damage. Hits 3 people now. And Nike's going to try to push them back. And Persephone doing a great job of pushing Firelink 5 back. They took too much damage from that ultimate. It is not worth engaging now. But look at this. Dovey going to grab a kill. The Ganesha ultimate going to go down as well. King Kerbis going to jump in with his ultimate, hit Nike right in the back. Scylla Crush going to go off, and King Kerbis will finish that off. Now Persephone fighting for her life over here in the mid lane, stuck in Odin cage. Surely is going to be hard to get out of there, but doing a good job so far as Odin is going to go down. Chair Force really pulling it back, and we are going to see Flamio Hotman drop that ultimate right at Persephone. She's on the run to the other side of the map, and that is going to be a difficult way to get out. And nobody's going to chase, though. She looks like she is going to get out, but good props to Flamio Hotman for dropping that ult right on top of her and getting her that speed boost she needed to get out.
Yeah, it's a very good play for Flamio, and good plays on Chair Force too, staying alive and getting the kills he could. That is,
Yeah, great job. Both those teams, it did go the way of Firelink. Now they're going to take advantage of it, grab this Fire Giant once again. A Gilgamesh ultimate is going to come out. He looked to maybe steal it, but with Scylla ultimate, it did secure. And now everyone's going to back for Firelink 5. They're going to go ahead and reset and get ready to siege. I would assume a Phoenix here.
I'd say so. They may wait the extra 15 seconds for their Odin just so they'll have a full team push. But yeah, that's I'll need a really good defense out of Lords of Ulster here. Certain. It's not looking the best at the moment.
So if you're Lords of Ulster here and you're looking to target somebody on the enemy team to really end their siege, who's it going to be?
You know, you're going to get a Persephone ult. You know, maybe follow it up. You know, Gilgamesh, but they're going to have to lock down a single target at a time and kill them, especially with this late game, or not late game, 30-minute Fire Giant, advanced fire. This is just going to be a rough time, but they do have a team comp that's pretty good for defenses. You know, you have the Capri, Medusa, I mean, all of them, so they should be pretty good here. I mean, we'll see what happens.
We're going to see. It's like Healy's lagged out there, so there's going to be a slight pause. We'll go ahead and throw it to a quick break, and once this pause is over, we'll go ahead and get back to you guys. So we'll be right back.
Welcome back, folks. Had a little bit of a pause there. 10 minutes, I think, to be exact. All right, now we're back into the game here. We've got the Firelink 5 pushing the left tower.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and start this siege. They're going to posture around at both teams, looking to see who's going to make the first move. Who's it going to be? Ganesha going to start coming in here. Nice little stun from Capri as Ganesha is going to knock up Capri as well. Nike going to knock up 2 people. Capri gets a grab. They're pulling him under tower. Ganesha could be in trouble, but that Scylla Crush is just doing so much damage right now.
Oh my goodness.
But this Phoenix has yet to take any damage. Here comes Ganesha ultimate. Odin Cage as well, looking to kill Capri. It's Dovey going to grab a kill now. He's going to grab a double kill as Odin as well is going to contribute to his team. King Kerbis as well. And it's Dovey grabbing another kill. And what a way to come back from a pause after he lagged out. And now it looks like Firelink 5 will go ahead and end this game as they're going to go ahead and bring this Titan down to 0. And great team fight the entire time for Firelink 5. And we'll go ahead and show you some stats and end this game.
GG's, Firelink 5. Definitely impressive play on the Odin, which, you know, Double A trash talked it earlier. That Scylla made a comeback, 7-12.
Well, I wouldn't call it trash talk, but yeah, definitely brought up what was, what the stats were.
Yeah, that was a good game out of both teams. Really, it's very close to that very last team fight.
Yeah, great job from Firelink 5. Back and forth game. I mean, and Lords of Ulster just kind of got snowballed there at the end, but did a great job for sure that entire game trying to keep the lead to a minimum. But we'll show you the stats here, and we'll go ahead and throw it to a Be Right Back, and we'll get the desk in here to talk about this game. Be right back.
Welcome back, guys. It's Cowboy and Rakiri on the desk. So, Rakiri, you was watching that game. What'd you think?
Uh, Realistically, that was extremely well played from Firelink after 10 minutes. They got quite a bit of a lead, mainly off of the Odin. There's just a lot of early pressure from that character, which is interesting because that's not a god I think of when I think of early pressure. Just got a bunch of picks, one off a mid, one off a duo. Maybe picked up the jungler shortly after. Then he kind of just fell off. It's just Odin. It's not necessarily the player's fault. But
Yeah, he just
after that, they just kind of, I'd say they played fights relatively slowly until they got to that that hard curve where Scylla starts one-shotting people, where Odin is super tanky but still one-shotting people, and Ganesha is just that unstoppable force that you see at late game. They had so much control of these team fights with those three characters alone, and that's not even counting a Charybdis or Achilles, right?
Exactly. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. That Odin ult. I mean, or late game, he's just an ult bot that you can't kill. I mean, like literally, he is the one of the hardest gods to kill late game. And I mean, you said it perfectly. They got to that late game point where their whole team was online. And not saying that Lords of Ulster didn't have a great late team comp. It's just I think Firelink kind of just edged it out a little bit more.
I do think I do think Lords of Ulster could easily take away from that comp. Just make sure your Kepri isn't getting caught out in these Odin ults. Outside of that, most of your draft is very safe. The Medusa has more than enough lockdown to be killing this Odin if he makes it into the backlane. Same with the Kepri. As long as they're playing the backlane properly, they could have probably turned that around. But Firelink 5 just picked them apart, picked the front line up. Very well played on their end.
Yeah, no, I agree. That was definitely great plays, great games all around. Um, well, I guess we'll be doing the pick and ban, so we can talk a little bit more on that. So, we'll go into commercial break when we're getting ready to pull up the next game. It's Cowboy and Rakiri back for some pick and bans here. So, Rakiri, anything you think that either team needs to ban out for certain right now?
Realistically, I think the biggest issue was that duo lane, the Charybdis just allowing Kiki to just have so much free pressure. Character just gives you free pressure for the most part. It's such a potent ADC at the current moment. Think of it as an Ami, but she was actually, good. But
Yeah, I definitely agree.
uh, but yeah, realistically, I'm looking at Kepri also banned away here. Another character that definitely got to be seeing get banned away. But Charybdis is the big star here that I want to see just banned away from Firelink. Make sure that they cannot have any form of pressure in the dual lane.
Seeing a lot of support ban action here. Maybe the teams have both decided supports are going to win the game. As we have Atlas, Fenrir, and Kepri.
You could argue with that too. That is has been played a bit over in the support role as well. Wouldn't say it's the best, but
Yeah,
Amaterasu banned away. It appears Firelink just does value that high-link pressure from the solo lane.
that's another support allegedly. Alma, but yeah, pretty good bans here. I'd like them all, and the Ganesh ban, of course, they take a little jab at 1 2-inch tomahawk. Gotta pronounce his name right. He's not the 12-inch tomahawk. He's the 1 2-incher.
It is important to note, with this Ganesha being banned again, the Charybdis is open. However, Toth is also open. I don't believe that even got picked. Soul is also open here. That is a very good pickup for Firelink 5.
I think Toth was actually open last game too.
Yep, let's just pick up. One thing to note here, Soul flex pick both mid and ADC. Lords of Ulster do pick up this Charybdis, so it's going to be quite a lot of pressure duo if the Soul is also going to carry.
And the Cleo, I mean, is that going to be going solo, or is this going to be a jungle pickup, you think, Rakuri? I mean, it could.
I do think this character is fallen off with the amount of burst that is in the meta. I don't think she's bad by any means, but I also don't think that she competes with certain junglers right now that do a bit more CC focused damage. Definitely really strong in solo, I'd say, if she gets put over there. Interested to see the positioning here.
I agree with that.
But yeah, back on picks. It seems we have Charybdis swapped over here. I'm curious to see where this is going to be. We do have an Omni lock in here actually for Firelink 5.
And an
Ymir.
Emir. Okay, that's going to be your duo lane. I'd have to say is Anami Emir. Amir's not seen a whole lot of play this season. How do you feel about him, Mercury?
His CC is always extremely potent. He has one of the longest hard CCs in the game. That being, I believe, 2.25 seconds. You do have a get locked in for the opposite here to Ymir. Very classic duo lane, I'd say. But
Yeah,
Ymir into certain characters is always very rough to play sometimes. That wall, the fact that he's very immobile. If you have any form of hard lockdown or ways to get around his wall, feels very hard to play in a certain comps. The Charybdis, for instance, can get under his wall, and Cleo technically can as well, as long as she maneuvers through the wall.
right, but Geb, he gets locked down.
Yep.
Or not locked down, but he can't go through the wall.
You have a very objective / tank shred focus comp here already from Firelink 5, so Geb is definitely going to be feeling very pressured with this Ymir, and unlike the rest of his team, he can't shield himself out of the Ymir freeze.
Exactly.
Very interested to see how they play this fight out.
Double ADC always brings the damage. I assume we're saying that's a Charybdis ADC. I don't see it being mid lane.
You have a Achilles band here, spec band away from Kerberos and Firelink 5.
At Achilles, I mean those stuns were just such good setup.
And
Just try to, I guess,
yep.
force.
Even disregarding the stun there, like again, they're drafting a very tank kill oriented draft here with the Ymir, this double ADC. Both is a band away finally. Surprised he made it the second band here. But Achilles would also be a very good complement to this draft that they have here.
Definitely. Even like and a Nemesis, another tank shred, assassin.
Very good on Lords of Ulster to realize that they're trying to go for this form of draft here. It's also a very good objective shred character, so very good on their end.
It's smart bands.
Realistically, if I'm looking at solo lane here for Lords of Ulster, I'm looking for something like a tier or Cthulhu. I was about to mention that characters that are very hard to shut down in the backline, once they get there, they're pretty much going to be moving around a bunch.
Good Cthulhu band though. Notice the Nemesis is out, so let's not try to fight that guy.
But I am interested to see like a tier, maybe Nike wouldn't be bad to run back here. Wukong actually would be very interesting into this draft. Wukong is pretty solid in the chasing down. It is Anami's soul.
Yeah,
quite a few solos
even I think a Bologna wouldn't be terrible either. She can definitely,
Scourge and block stacks.
Exactly.
Yep. Very potent here. Interested to see. Do believe Lords of Ulster picking next here.
And it's a like it's going to be a Janus pickup. Janus, he's not just made the biggest impacts with all the item changes and stuff, but he's pretty mobile, pretty good damage come late game. And we have a Pele
Hubbard. And yes, on the Ennis, we have not seen much of that god in almost 6 months. It's interesting with us being in a burst meta like we are. You'd think Giannis would be more viable. He's always very, very potent in burst metas. We do have a Susanoo locked in.
I was going to say, it turns out to be a Susanoo. That's it's pretty good. I think that's a Baron's Somdi for no doubt solo. So how do you feel about those two picks, Curry? Susanoo, he's definitely good at getting the squishies. Baron may be a little different, but I think Baron's probably pretty good right now, even in solo.
Again, I feel like their draft is a bit squishier on the side of Firelink, but again, with the whole idea of drafting around this tank-oriented, or tank-killing-oriented draft, Baron is extremely good at locking down, per se, a Geb, or even a Yenis pulling him away from walls. Cleo, if she dives in, or shows her dash, she's almost always going to be dying. She has no CC mid ult. And whoever this other frontliner is, they need to make sure that they are safe into this draft. Wukong, there we go. Definitely
you called it.
A very solid pickup into this draft. Can chase down Baron, can chase down Izanami, can chase down Soul. Is very safe in the backline into this Ymir.
Yeah, a lot of good dive potential out of the Lords of Ulster dive and chase. I guess we'll thank you, Curry. I guess we'll go to be right back. We'll see y'all shortly for the game. Game 2, Lords of Ulster versus Firelink 5. Hey, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Game 2 of Firelink 5 versus Lords of Ulster. I'm joined on the desk with a double A, the one and only.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Double A here on shitty microphone.
Your profanity.
Don't swear. But anyway, yeah, we are here for game 2. Looks like Ymir's gonna take a little lap around before heading to the screen buff. But looking at both these comps, what do we think? Who has the advantage? Or I'm sorry, who do we think has the advantage in this game?
I like the tank shredding comp, even though they may be a little more squishy. But, I think it depends on this Janus. If he gets to where he can burst them, advantage goes to Lords of Ulster. So I'm gonna say honestly, there's no real advantage this game.
And we are gonna see as both these teams head to lane, a relic frenzy gonna be picked up by Geb. Hasn't popped it yet though to grab that wave pressure.
Perhaps they're going to try to hold it a little bit to get a kill this time. That might be the thought process.
Lena gonna dash in here at mid lane. Soul's gonna go ahead and give her some damage right back. But yeah, King Kerbis over here on the Baron. We haven't seen Baron solo. We haven't seen Baron at all in recent history.
Baron solo. Very spicy pick.
Definitely a fun matchup. Both these teams going to clash over here. Izanami taking a bunch of damage and will go down. Flameo Hotman going to grab that. Now they're going to pop the relic. Maybe looking to kill this Ymir. Geb doing his best. Stop him in his tracks, but he should get away.
Oh. As like I said, they were saving that frenzy belt for the potential kill, and it's a smart move there.
Kerbis over here with the popular Baron Smitey.
Well, like I said, Baron may not theoretically be like your big frontliner, but he fights. Oh, we got a gank coming in the follow, but he fights very well into the tanks, I think.
Yeah, I think he's a decent pickup. He's kind of fun to play around with, especially the way you build him. And of course, it helps your team to grab that Baron's Brew instead of those normal health pots.
Yeah, and in late game fights, people don't think about it, but Baron Hill and the little speed boost is actually a lot. It's enough to save your life.
See Kleena over here lurking in the wall. She's going to dash out looking to kill us. Izanami going to drop her ability, scream right in her ear, but won't be enough damage. Nice Ymir freeze. He's going to get some more damage. His ability as well. And now Izanami going to step up looking to 1v1 this Charybdis. So far, pretty even. Both with 2 bars of health. And Izanami will get that last hit there.
Right. Well, since it looks like we're flowing back down, Double A, you're another support player like Curry. What do you think about the old Ymir being pulled out?
Personally, I'm a big Ymir fan. I think he's pretty fun to play around. I don't think he's that good right now, but I do think he's pretty fun to play around. If you can get that wall to work for you, it's gonna be super beneficial for your team. But we are gonna see Geb clashing once more, looking to grab this Izanami. Doesn't look like he will this time. Ymir gonna freeze nobody there, unfortunately. Heard 1 2-inch tomahawk. Looks like they'll finally disengage.
Yeah, I think honestly it's a very even duo lane. I know the Lords of Ulster got the first blood and all, but like as far as like your picks into the ADCs are concerned, I'd be even.
We're gonna see Baron getting the best of Wukong over here right now.
Yeah, it's also the fact that Wukong is into Baron, it kind of helps him out because Wukong's got to build damage, right?
Ymir's going to step up right here. Geb ultimate is going to come out. Susanoo ult as well. Charybdis going to chomp back right at Susanoo. He's going to pull him back in. Yanis ult is going to come out, but Indigo is going to grab the kill on Kiki Jiki. Yanis coming in, grabbing a kill as well. And now Ymir once again on the run. Underclass hero in the mid lane going to grab a kill after ganking that mid laner.
Freeze.
Yeah, great freeze from Ymir. He's still trying to get out of here. He's looking pretty low. Gab is still coming in. He gets the knock up, and he will finally go down. Flamio Hotman going to grab that kill.
Well, folks, this will be the few times you ever see a Geb as the kill leader in a game. But, that definitely some great execution. Good engage and gank by Chair Force there, or rotation. But like I was saying on Baron, he's
oh no, Yanis.
Because, oh no.
Gonna get slowed here as Izanami's gonna come in looking to grab this kill. Geb will drop that shield around Yanis. It'll cause Izanami to back off. He doesn't want to take on 2 members of Lords of Ulster.
I just don't think these guys want me to get off on my Baron soapbox. But Sun Wukong's got to build damage. Baron likes that because then it makes him easier to kill tanks for him.
Yeah, I think.
Damage go Burr.
Yeah, I definitely think that it's beneficial to have that. For sure, even if it's not something you see super often. But working here so far. Susanoo is going to go ahead and start fighting this Kleena over here towards the mid lane. She's going to drop that ability. Now Susanoo doesn't know where she is. She's going to drop an ult as well, but not going to hit anybody this time. Soul's going to rotate over to help out her buddy. Looks like they're going to go ahead back towards this mid lane. Geb rotating over now. As we see them come apart here. What do we think about this Susanoo pickup for the Firelink 5?
Well, Susanoo's pretty decent at rundown, and Indigo and Chair Force are on some very hard to run down characters, so I think it's a smart pickup. Rest of the team, you don't really want to pull any of the other 3 if you're Susanoo, but you can definitely be a menace towards the carries of Lords of Ulster. Same for the Leo. Oh,
we're gonna see both ultimates come out here. Wukong getting shredded down a little bit, but he's gonna pop his ultimate, hang out in the sky and heal up as Kleena's gonna rotate over, looking for a gank. Gonna drop an ultimate and is gonna hit Baron. She's gonna dash out as well, but he heals up pretty well. Takes a bunch of damage there. Wukong gonna grab that stun, and he will go down. Where Apple Pie is gonna grab that kill. Geb rotated over as well, so a tough lane to be in for King Kerbis right now.
Yeah, they're gonna definitely bully you early because you are a Baron, but he's starting to get his defenses online. He gets a little cooldown. Like, this Baron's gonna be fine. It's not even a bad thing that you may have to sit in lane or under tower as a Baron, right?
We're going to see Susanoo look to maybe grab this Charybdis. Won't get it this time, and she's going to go into her dash, be immune, but a little ring around the rosy, and we're back. As Susanoo going to drop an ultimate. We're going to see Charybdis grab an ultimate as well. Will get the kill. Indigo grabbing that kill right back against the enemy jungler. And that's a great turnaround from Indigo. Baron over here fighting for his blue buff. He won't get it this time, and Kleena's back once again to harass him. As Baron's going to be seeing Kleena in his nightmares right now, and she's going to continue to gank. Warple Pie will grab the kill, though, finishing off King Kerbis.
Yeah, this game's looking a lot rougher for Firelink 5. Definitely we can't count them out, but they're going to get the bleeding stem before too long.
Yeah, 0-8 right now.
Ugly.
Yeah, 3K gold lead, 0-8. This is all Lords of Ulster right now. Really paying off with picking some more comfort picks, in my opinion, and safer picks in Wukong and Giannis.
I think too, they just Lords of Ulster are mad. They shouldn't have lost that game. That first game, they're saying, and they're the higher seed, so of course they probably got that idea too. That hey, why are we getting beat by these guys? These guys are middle of the league and we're top, so they're just trying to go out and trying to
prove themselves. Yeah.
They're trying to go out and prove themselves. Thank you.
For sure, and we're going to see Ymir coming out towards this mid lane as well. Maybe looking for a Giannis. He'll stay under tower as Geb grabs Little Jimmy for his team. Izanami being pushed under tower as well. But look at the rotation. 2 members of Firelink 5 going to rotate onto this Charybdis. I don't believe her dash is down. There it is. And Soul does some chip damage to her. Ymir looking to get that freeze. He won't get it thanks to beads. We're going to see Chair Force come in and grab that kill. Great job as Charybdis is in her ultimate. She's going to grab Susanoo once again. He's taking a bunch of damage. He'll go down to underclass hero. And now Ymir going to have to use his wall to get out escorting. It's Dovey right now. Kalina gonna dash in, looks to grab an ultimate as well, but won't hit anybody this time. Teleportation in here from Wukong as well, here to join the fight, but he's just gonna be here for Gold Fury. As looks like everyone else is gonna go ahead and farm as Lords of Ulster is gonna go ahead and grab this Gold Fury.
Yeah, no doubt. This game is looking pretty rough now. I'm not gonna lie, Firelink. Not looking good.
Oh, Ymir, great wall to get himself out. We're going to see an ultimate come out from Wukong. They really want this kill on the enemy support. Lena going to hit him with that ability as well. He's going to get knocked up and unfortunately will go down. And Warm Up Pie is going to grab that kill. Underclass Hero grabbing another one for his team. 12-0 for Lords of Ulster right now. And they're still looking to fight as Susanoo comes in. Kiki Jiki grabbing the first kill for his team. Susanoo trying to grab the second. Can he get this Giannis in time? Kiki Jiki as well is on the run. Susanoo's going to have to retreat under tower. But Giannis took a little damage there as we see Susanoo just looking to clear this wave. Here comes Kalina going to dash in after diving tower. Flameo Hotman is going to grab that kill as Susanoo will go down. Baron now rotating over looking for some revenge after his fallen teammate goes down.
Well, this Gab, he's a big menace on the team, boy. I'll tell you. Got 3-0 kills. I mean, he's mighty scary rock.
Yeah, and that was quite a sequence there. We did see Firelink finally grab their first kill, but a great team fight win for Lords of Ulster in that, as they ended up dropping a few members of Firelink 5.
Yes. Everybody seems to be down in XP outside of the ADCs. It's just a rough game right now for Firelink.
Gonga does have a level lead. This poor Baron's been ganked quite a bit.
Yeah, they definitely was picking on him. You know, might have to report that for toxicity. You know, going for the weaker players.
Well, and to be fair, we do see Warm Up Pie 3-1-1 right now, so definitely controlling his lane with the safe Sun Wukong pick.
Yeah, definitely. But Baron does have a lot of physical defense now, so they're gonna have to. I'm getting a little bashed in the chat here, and Coach Kerbis here getting a little upset with me. But you know, hey,
Coach
check the Baron, you know you're gonna get picked on.
Unbiased casting, by the way. Izanami, though, going to take a bunch of damage. Charybdis as well, now taking the brunt of it. You're going to see Izanami dash out. Ymir going to rotate in. With Susanoo is going to show up. On the other side of the map, we're going to see a 3-1 as King Kerbis is going to go down once again. Chairforce going to grab that kill and didn't even get the blue either. Very unfortunate.
You know, I think I see what the strategy was with the Baron. Have them 3-man gank him every chance they can so they get everywhere else ahead. It's actually kind of smart. I like it. Like it. 'Cause the late game Baron is still going to have his ult, he's going to have his heal, and he's going to be tanky. I think that, you know, pretty good strategy.
This could be danger here. Ymir ultimate incoming is going to grab a kill. Soul ultimate gets dropped as well. Kalina is going to go down as well. 1-2-inch tomahawk right now. Really just feeding. We're going to see Gold Fury dropped to the other end. Charybdis looking to chomp somebody with her ultimate, but isn't going to find anybody there.
We can see the golden XP charts if the action dies down real quick. I kind of want to see on the XP at least how it's okay. So you can see Firelink's trying to bring it back, but still a 3K and a 2K gold lead. So games, whereas the kills being that diffed, the game's not that bad out of hand for Firelink. Of course, great showing by Lords of Ulster as well. Won't sound like we're biased towards one team or the other.
Lords of Ulster, I mean, this game is in their corner right now. Doing a great job. Firelink 5, like you said, did bring it back a little bit, but Lords of Ulster still have that lead, and if they can snowball, this would be great for them.
We have a Baron, King Kerbis, DC'd again. No doubt. So I guess we'll be waiting for him to return here. We're back, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll go ahead and start off with some action. As we do see Kratos go into her dash. Cheeky Cheeky, though, going to grab that kill. Settings correct. Did forget to mute myself. Apologize about that. But we are going to see Cheeky Cheeky grab that second kill for his team. His 2 kills to the dual lane, or 4 kills to the dual lane so far. A little engagement over here. Kalina going to come out of a wall looking to grab this Susanoo. Baron going to drop his ultimate as well.
Yeah. Definitely still a lot rough game here for the Baron.
Susanoo gonna get hit with another ability. He will go down. Underclass Hero is gonna grab another kill. Ymir gonna freeze Geb. Over here, they're maybe looking to still fight. Ymir and Baron, the only ones over here. For Firelink 5. We're gonna see Giannis come in here, but here's an engagement. As well as Firelink 5 gonna do their best, but it is the only 2 of them right now. Ymir gonna drop an ultimate, as Kalina gonna drop a few of her abilities as well. Baron gonna rotate over now to help out his friend. He's gonna do some decent damage. Gonna go through that little portal. Soul gonna rotate over, but just takes a bunch of damage. Getting chipped down to about half health.
Yeah, it's a good rotation. You know, Firelink looks like they're trying to stay in this fight. You know, they're staying alive. So, hearing what I could do in my Nemesis game for certain. I'll take it back on the Baron, you know.
But anyway, sorry about that. A little mic problem there for me. It looks like Indigo gonna grab that tower over here in the left lane as Izanami gonna rotate over.
Great plays by the Izzy there.
They're gonna head out as Firelink 5 gonna grab some farm over here in their own jungle. Ymir gonna rotate over towards a few members of Lords of Ulster.
Yeah, it looks like we're kind of entering a stall, which Lords of Ulster do not need to do. They definitely need to be.
As Geb, though, is going to get grabbed, and the stall has ended. As 1-2-H Tomahawk going to grab another kill. 3 kills for the support for Firelink right now. We are going to see that ultimate come out, but Ymir is not going to get anybody there. Great wall, though. As Soul's going to get harassed by this Kalina. She's still looking to grab the kill, as she's going to dash it, and Giannis going to grab that kill, though. It's Dovey going to go down once again.
I don't know what that was. Sorry, team. But yeah, it's definitely
Sun
it's
Wukong
like, Firelink's hanging around.
maybe caught a little deep. Does get pulled back. Great job from Susanoo. Kiki Jiki going to grab another kill. Firelink 5 looks like Kiki Jiki doing a good job for his team. In your mind, is Kiki Jiki the win con for Firelink 5 right now in this game?
I mean, yeah, until Soul can get level 20, those are the 2 that are really the win cons. Those the Soul, Izanami. Outside of that, I mean, you know, like the Baron, he's gonna be tanky, sure. He's not gonna outright probably solo from one. Sano's gonna have a rough game the rest of the game. Emir's gonna just be an Emir late game. So, for win condition right now, Kiki Jiki.
Both supports going to grab that Chalice of Oracles once again. They are looking to ward a bunch. I believe Flamio Hotman is, don't quote me on this, but I think he is top warder in the division. So definitely going to help that with the Chalice of Oracle.
Words win wars.
Of course. Got to have vision. Posturing over this Gold Fury. Amir's going to go around the back. Going to start poking down this Geb.
Right. Yeah, kind of looking at builds. I mean, you know, Wukong and Baron, they're going to be kind of unusual builds. Everybody else, no, like, too crazy of flavors. You got Nami going into crit, trying to get that quicker burst. Don't just like that, especially you're behind like that. It's not a bad idea to try to get a little bit of RNG on your side.
We are going to see a clean ult come out now, as both teams are looking at this Oni Fury. Geb ult comes out onto Baron. He's taking a bunch of damage. Ymir ult as well going to come out. Going to hit Sun Wukong as he's going to dive into an entire team of Firelink 5. Sun Wukong though is going to go into that ultimate. Baron's going to close on the wrong Sun Wukong, and down comes Mortal Pie. He's going to grab that kill. Susanoo in the back line as well, taking a bunch of damage. Indigo's going to grab that kill. Underclass Hero as well, picking up another for his team. As Giannis going to dive tower, but taking a little too much damage. The Soul's going to try to capitalize on that. She's going to push up, but looks like she isn't going to get anything this time. Lena in the wall. Grab a hit onto Soul.
AA, I'm not calling the game. I'm not going to say I'm Nostradamus here, but you know, it was 4-15 about 5 minutes ago, and it's only 6-19 now. It looks like Firelink are starting to get a little fire under them.
Well, and as you say that, we're going to see Lords of Ulster grab a Gold Fury, so your theory just got a little worse, but...
Caster cursed them. I'm bad, guys, I'm sorry. I don't know how I cursed a non-live game. But...
Sun Wukong wreaking absolute havoc right now, grabbing another kill. Warren Pie doing a great job for his team as he's leading his team, or tied for top kills right now.
Yeah, he is he's a menace on the Sun Wukong. That's for certain.
You're doing a good job with his ultimate so far. I did get a few kills off of him.
Yeah, no, the Amir, he's playing very solid, you know. I don't mean Amir's a bad supporter or anything. It's just like the late game, he's got to try to peel the best he can. He's not going to be able to help run down kill necessarily if he's got to be keeping Kiki Jiki alive or such.
Yeah, Ymir, you definitely have to be careful with your positioning. Like I said, if you can utilize that wall correctly, it's to your team's benefit for sure. We've seen him use it to get away a few times, placing it right at his feet, and it's helped his teammates get out for sure so far. See both ultimates get dropped for Underclass Hero, not hitting anyone to my knowledge there. Pyromancer getting absolutely shredded now. Lords of Ulster will grab that. They love their Pyromancer here.
Yeah, they're the Pyromancer team. That is, I guess they own every one of those now, huh?
Yeah,
games.
I believe so. Doing a good job so far. Go ahead and pull up these stats one more time. You see it's all red. Lords of Ulster doing a good job in the numbers right now. Up in everything. Fire Giant as well going to be started by Lords of Ulster. They're getting confident now. Baron going to start to rotate over, but he's the only one here so far for his team. Fire Giant is low, and ult's going to come up from Baron. He's looking to maybe get it, but he won't. Lords of Ulster is going to grab that Fire Giant, and now Baron's in trouble. He's going to get absolutely pounded as Flamio Hotman's going to grab that kill.
Yeah, no, I don't fault the Baron. Good attempt. The rest of his team was like, you know, we don't need to lose all 5. If we lose one guy, sure. But good try.
Down goes a tier 2 tower. Lords of Ulster now looking to potentially siege the Phoenix as they're going to approach this right Phoenix and back off. Ymir going to come in over here as Gebelt gets dropped. Kleena as well. Ymir taking a bunch of damage. I don't think he's going to be able to get out. He does so far. Sun Wukong though going to dive on this Susanoo, but not going to get anything. Sun Wukong now on the run. He'll use that ability to transform into a bird and get out of there.
Old bird form. I like the wind.
Soul getting jump scared over here trying to walk to her red buff.
I mean, let's be honest. That is a very scary Cleo. If she jumped out at me, I might be a little scared too.
Looking at the damage charts. Once again, it is all Lords of Ulster. Kleena right now doing a great job. 15,000 player damage.
Kalina, she just sitting around just saying, just how big a boy are you? Just coming at everybody. I mean, just ready to go in on them.
Susanoo runs into 3 members of Lords of Ulster, and that's a scary experience as well. Izanami gonna get blown up. She's gonna dash out. Giannis ultimate comes out, looking to finish off a kill. Not even needed. Flamio Hotman will grab Kiki Jiki over here in the dual lane. You're gonna grab little Jimmy.
Little Jimmy not been making a big impact this game. Haven't seen a whole lot of team fight for him. I mean, I know they've been picking him up, but you know, to me, little Jimmy's the MVP every game. But
we are gonna see Underclass Hero gonna harass Soul once again. Really has a vendetta against her. Does hit that ultimate and whittles her down. Tier 2 tower goes down here in the left. Baron gonna take an ability right to the face. Gab gonna march right in. Sun Wukong looking to kill his Baron once again. Really does not like his opponent. Baron is gonna come out, but no damage onto Sun Wukong. Soul ultimate as well is gonna push back Lords of Ulster, but they are gonna grab this Phoenix. That should be the end of the action so far. Ymir looking to push them back, but the trap activates for Kalina. They're going to approach this tier 2 tower. Nice wall to delay some crucial seconds right now, and a stun from Ymir.
yeah, no, the Ymir plays have been on point this game. Definitely a very good pickup.
Kalina gonna split that lane, trying to stop Susanoo from getting away. He'll use his dash to get through it.
Well, Double A. So I mean, it's obvious Lords of Ulster just keep playing like they're doing. They'll win out. But what's the win condition? Like, what do Firelink 5 need to do to win here? Still an objective? The team white? Or it's going to be another 20 minutes of grueling play, getting back even?
Well, in my mind, you have a Soul and an Izanami. I mean, that just screams objective and tower, destruction. If you can get that online, basically running 2 ADCs, it'll do a bunch of damage, and you could push through. You win a big team fight if you can survive this attack from Lords of Ulster in the late game. If you can win a team fight for Firelink 5, you could end the game off of just the sheer numbers you can put out to shred those towers.
Yeah, I agree. How about we get some damage charts going too, Double A? The chat want to know, what is the damage going on?
Alrighty. There you go. Why don't you, looks like 10k in both XP and gold, but you want to talk about these damage numbers?
Yeah, now that I can see them, yeah, I mean, like we expected, Cleo, 18k. But Janice, he's up there. I mean, he is slapping on the damage. Wukong, a Charybdis, it's about like I expected.
And guess who? We are going to see the Pyromancer go down for Lords of Ulster once again. Truly are the Pyromancer team. Ymir going to stop Gab right in his tracks. Going to look to fight in this jungle, but now backing off. Fire Giant going to come up. Lena still in this wall, just looking to poke out as much that she can. Ymir now going to approach this Fire Giant. It is getting low, but he's going to get targeted. Can they get it? Lords of Ulster will grab that Fire Giant even after the Soul Ultimate goes out. 1 2-inch Tomahawk is going to go down as Indigo going to grab that kill. Now Soul is going to be on the run as... is that a blink from Sun Wukong? He's going to look to chase this Soul. She's going to go into her dash, but the whole team is right behind her. She's got to be careful. Looks like she will find the safety of the Phoenix, but her team is going to come out to help her as they're going to start to siege this Phoenix as Lords of Ulster. Susanoo taking a bunch of damage, but his ultimate is going to come out, and it's going to do some decent damage. We're going to see Kiki Jiki grab another kill, and he's looking to grab a few more kills. Here comes Charybdis knocking up Izanami and doing a bunch of damage and a Geb shield. It's an unstoppable Charybdis. Her ultimate is going to come out once again. Baron just trying to push back. Looks like Lords of Ulster have had their fill, and they're going to head back out here, maybe looking for a reset.
Yeah, that's definitely a good call there. Baron, he's up a little high, though. He needs to be careful. He definitely wouldn't mind picking on him again.
This Kalina absolutely scaring everyone as he's been hiding in all these walls, doing as much poke damage as humanly possible.
Oh, stole the yellow.
Frontliners are going to come together here. Nice little wall from Ymir. But look at the minions coming down from both lanes. We see Soul in the left lane to defend against those minions, but in the right lane, nobody's over there yet. Looks like Susanoo's going to make his way over there.
Yeah, you know, honestly, Firelink, they're able to maybe get a Phoenix up here in just a minute. They might still, but not necessarily out of this. The Phoenix they do have down still. It's one of the least important ones as far as when it comes to Fire Giant fights, which they don't have to worry about for another, 3 minutes. But definitely, they still have some glimmers of hope. And then if you're a Lords of Ulster fan, you should be sitting pretty confident right now. They're definitely in the driver's seat. It's their game to lose.
Looking at the charts right now, we do see the top 3 people, top 3 names for Firelink 5 have zeros in that kill category. Susanoo and King Kerbis having a tough time right now. Any thoughts on what they could do to improve their game?
I mean, it's really to the point now they've just got to be kill setups. Aaron, I think he's doing all he can, but yeah, Susanoo, I mean, like, hide your time, maybe pick off Indigo or Chair Force, whichever one you can do, pull beads, but he's got to sit back, and I mean, he's got to be like a pseudo Cleo, basically, sitting behind walls, hiding. He can't really do much more at this late game team fight point. Like I said, Baron, keep doing what he's doing. I think he's actually doing a good job. They just kind of want to focus him, but, it's going to happen.
Sure, we're going to see Lords of Ulster approaching this left Phoenix once again. Wukong going to blink right in, looking to kill this Izanami as Ymir just trying to push off the other enemy ADCs. Izanami should get out. White Ombre going to grab his first kill. It's Dovey as well, going to grab a kill. Izanami all going to come out. Charybdis going to chomp down on Ymir. He's low. He is going to go down. Indigo going to grab that kill. Susanoo jumping right in, but he's got to be careful. Indigo grabbing another kill, but he'll go down to King Kerbis. And everyone that we just mentioned on Firelink grabbing a kill now. Caster Curse once again, but maybe in a good way for Firelink. As Geb's going to take a bunch of damage here, but will roll out. And shouldn't take any more.
Yeah, no, you get Geb and the Golden Rock here. They're not going to run it down. Just grab your farm where you can, and they saved the Phoenix still. So.
Right side, we do see minions marching down. Looks like Soul should take care of that as the other Phoenix is going to make its way up. Firelink 5 grabbing their second gold free of the game.
This is the first time we've seen a lot of life out of Firelink 5, though. This is a very good play, and they haven't let it get to their heads. And Lords of Ulster, just regroup and try again. Y'all definitely have a shot at it.
Well, and all it took was being 30 minutes in and your ADC hitting level 20, and all of a sudden you have pressure.
Yeah, it's weird how that one works.
Fire Giant just about to come up. Lords of Ulster already making their way there. They're going to grab a Pyromancer, I would assume, for the 100th time in the set.
I mean, hey, they like the Pyro.
There goes the Pyromancer. Lords of Ulster are going to grab that once again. Fire Giant just making his way here now. Fear's going to march right in, but he is all by himself. Susanoo is going to join him, but it might be a little too late. Here comes his ultimate, but down goes 1 2-inch Tomahawk. Just getting a little too greedy there. Fire Giant now going to get started for Lords of Ulster. They're shredding it pretty quickly. Susanoo's the only one here. Deeds will go down. He's taking a bunch of damage. Fire Giant almost down here. Soul ultimate is going to come out, and Soul's going to steal it. And now we're going to see Fire Giant is going to be in Firelink 5's favor now, but they're on the run. They got to get out of here with their lives. Wukong's trying to make that not happen, but he's going to jump out now. Baron will go down, but what a turnaround for Firelink 5 here.
That was as good as you could get it there. I mean, Baron, once again, Kerbis being the sacrificial lamb. He's honestly being the big player here, He is sacrificing his life so others can live. Both Phoenixes are up. Three
Wow.
Fire Giants. This is now.
But look at that. We're going to see a Phoenix feed, but it's not going to be smart on Warble Pie's part. He is going to go down. Phoenix is still up. Ymir's going to push back Lords of Ulster, and now his entire team's here. Ult's going to go off for Ymir. Charybdis going to use her ultimate just to get out of the team fight. But not a questionable decision from Lords of Ulster sieging there after their opponents got Fire Giant. But Underclass Hero doesn't care. He's going to jump in and grab Susanoo.
I think they're just seeing red right now. They got the tunnel vision going on pretty strong, and it looks like it's. I don't really know whether you can say it's backfiring or not, but no, didn't help him any.
Was a 1-for-1 there. King Kerbis getting up after. Just getting up now, but 1-for-1 for both teams, so nothing too crazy.
Right, and it looks like the Janus, he's just going to kind of hang out lane there. The rest of them kind of hiding, trying to set up a trap, but definitely the Firelink need to stay vigilant and careful.
Definitely smart. Both teams being a little careful here. They want to make sure that everyone's up and grouped up and get ready for a fire giant or a fire giant to come up or just a siege.
Yeah, Fire Giant's not up for 3 more minutes, double A. That'd be a long time waiting on it, but
Well, maybe they're patient. I don't know, but
hey, I don't have that kind of patience, I can tell you. But hey, some people might be.
we're gonna see most people from Lords of Ulster on the left side of this map. Fire Giant only up, but it is only up for 2 members of Firelink, but it is going to be the 2 you want, as it's Dovi, the Soul, and Kiki Jiki on Izanami's that god's name, but
Yeah, exactly. Because right now, I mean, Amir, all he's got to do is go stand in tower, and they can burn. I mean, they can burn tower and phoenixes in 5 seconds. I mean, it is sick what a double ADC comp like this can do right at this point in the game.
King Kerbis looking to group up with his team. Looks like he will. Baron solo. Not going the way we want right now, but his team's bringing it back. Looks like they're going to march down mid lane. But their ADC isn't present right now. They're going to meet up with members of Lords of Ulster, though. A stun comes out, but Giannis beads are going to go down. Susanoo's
That's a good beat there.
going to be fighting the enemy jungler. A wall's going to go up and stops Underclass Hero in his tracks, but Susanoo will grab that kill. Soul now in danger as Sun Wukong's looking to grab this kill. Now he's on the retreat. Can't get the ult on in time. Kiki Jiki going to grab that kill now. But Giannis fights right back. Susanoo going to go down.
Giannis he likes the big pen builds, big pen and power. That's a good play.
Lords of Ulster were up a lot in this game, but a Fire Giant is going to bring them back. They're in pretty low.
They still have some advantage, but yeah, definitely game's becoming more even the longer we play it.
And then you talk about Shred, down goes an Oni Fury. Fire Giant just going to grab that right out from under Lords of Ulster.
Yeah, Fire Giant, you mean Firelink 5, right?
What did I say?
I'm a little lost now.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, Firelink 5 going to grab that. Gold Fury. Say. Fire Giant's just on my mind. Up in 30 seconds. Excited for this next Fire Giant fight. It could mean a lot.
It could. Double A, you've been waiting on this Fire Giant for 3 minutes now, so I mean, I know you've been expecting it.
Oh boy.
And I guess while we're in a lull, let's see some damage charts again.
No, yeah, chat really makes me want to show these damage charts right now, but
They want to know Cleo's got 40,000 damage. That's what it is. Like, let's be honest.
and she's doing pretty well. A little
34,000, yeah.
posturing right now over here in Fire Giant, finally. But
Cole's starting to show some life. She's climbing the charts. Well,
but Izanami is gonna live up to her name. She's gonna go down. Underclass Hero gonna grab that kill with the ultimate. Now, Firelink 5 not in a good position. Their ADC's down. Fire Giant gonna be started here. Soul did steal it last time, but She's gonna posture right where she was last time. Fire Giant still up, but they're looking to fight instead. Baron's ult comes out, does about half damage to Kleena. Here comes Susanoo ult as well, gonna get directed, does a bunch of damage. Down goes Indigo. Susanoo or Sun Wukong gonna have to hide his ultimate. He's gonna jump down onto the Soul. Ymir gonna try to stop him from doing that. Baron taking a bunch of damage. Soul doing a good job grabbing a kill. Underclass Hero though gonna grab a kill himself. And now Susanoo on the back line. He will grab it. Will he go down? He's gonna use his bead so he doesn't take damage from the Giannis portal. Kleena over here on the other side. It's Dovey really showing that he maybe that he belongs here after being I believe it's his first game with Firelink 5, so doing a great job here.
Yeah, I believe so. Dovey, the newcomer, he's definitely been having very good games. Sure, the Soul didn't start how he wanted, but neither did the Scylla game. And look what he came out and done with it.
And Firelink was down in ADC, but they played that team fight so well. Everyone from Lords of Ulster go down except for Flamio Hotman. And now we're going to see Izanami joining up with Soul as they're going to shred down this Fire Giant. Gebs, the only one here. Can he steal it? He can't get there in time. He's going to drop an ultimate on Soul, though. He wants this kill. Izanami ultimate coming out. Good wall from Ymir as well. Going to try to get this Geb whittled down just enough, but he's going to use his first ability to roll out of there. I don't know where he's going to hide. Is he going to go die to a Phoenix? Is that his game plan?
I mean, you know, maybe.
No,
He's going to flip the juke shoes on him.
He's going to wait out that ability and roll right back out here in mid lane. Tower goes down over here on the right side, and now Firelink 5. They're in it. They're only down, I believe. Let's go ahead and check. They're down just less than 1,000 gold.
That's very good. I mean, you know, like I said, you play a game to 40 minutes, anything can happen. That's for certain.
Hey, 40 damage from Kleena. But Firelink 5 has that XP difference now. They're going to have a slight lead as well. So Firelink 5 taking over to the advantage now. I mean, that's gold difference just barely 10 right now.
Yeah.
This could go anyone's way. Firelink does have that Fire Giant, though. They're going to need to look to siege somewhere, preferably this left lane. Drop that last tower.
They can take whatever they want, really. Double ADCs, 4 Fire Giants. They just need to start walking and talking, you know, as they say.
For sure. And look at how quickly that tower goes down. Izanami going to shred that immediately.
Shred. A shred. Yeah, that's you know, for Lords of Ulster knew they were going to lose at tier 2. They weren't too worried about it. This is where they're going to make their money, though, on this Phoenix defense. Colin, they're going to defend Phoenix, 5-man this side, and win game 2. And we're going into a game 3 AA.
Yeah, here we go. It's going to come down to this siege now, as we're going to see 4 members of Firelink approaching. Ymir going to come in here, but Kleena going to drop an ultimate. Geb as well. Everyone's going to drop an ultimate. Baron's looking to grab somebody. He won't this time. We're going to see a great kill, but it will cost him his life. As Susanoo going to grab that kill, and we're looking to kill this Wukong. He's going to jump right down on Izanami, but Izanami just going to shred him completely. And now we're...
the last few seconds.
Yeah, Lords of Ulster now completely going the other way. This is a scary situation for them. Only 2 members up right now, and down goes their Titan. Look at how quickly that goes down. And we're going to see a complete comeback for Firelink 5. What a game.
EG's Firelink 5, a 2-0 victory, and the underdogs take game 2. We'll go to a quick be right back screen, and then me and AA will go over and the stats and end out this game.
I'm waiting for the damage numbers. But
yeah, we gotta get the damage numbers. Sorry guys. little discussion here. Yeah.
There we go. All right, so there's the damage numbers, but you know what? You want to just go straight into the desk from here?
You know what? As they say in France, let them eat cake. Let's do it.
All right.
So we got you know, of course, Well, Lords of Ulster first. That Cleo, 45,000 damage. I mean, that is just nasty. So like a 45-minute game, so that's 1,000 damage a minute. Really, Lords of Ulster, they played their hearts out. This was a heartbreaking loss. I mean, they played good both games. It's just a few uh, micro things I think probably is what caused them to lose the game. And great on the Firelink 5 for not letting it get to their heads and keep fighting. I mean, they poor Baron and Susano, they really had a rough time today. That's for certain. But 31 wards for 1 2-inch tomahawk. I mean, that's another thing. Double A. You got any you want to add on that? I mean, or any of the stuff we said?
Yeah, I think honestly, we just saw exactly what I said, kind of in the mid game there. That if Firelink can survive and then come back with this shred comp, and that's exactly what they did. Unfortunately for Lords of Ulster, had a great game, but at the end there, it was just so much damage, and they ended up losing that Fire Giant fight. And it was just game from there. I mean, they just snowballed. They had Fire Giant. They were able to shred towers in less than 3 seconds. I mean, that's just hard to deal with. And at the end there, they couldn't protect against that Phoenix Siege. And,
Phoenix Siege.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, the casters are on point today.
I swear,
and Blaze Fire Giant attacking the Gold Fury, boy, we are on it today.
I swear we're not drunk, but it was time
St.
not.
Patty's Day though.
But yeah, I mean, great game. I think it just came down to the end. I mean, props to Firelink 5 for withstanding the pressure from Lords of Ulster for 30 minutes. And it got them to the point where they could finally tick over to that level 20 and start shredding everything in sight.
Yeah, no doubt. That was, like I said, heartbreaker and encouraging, depending on who you're a fan of. But overall, those are great sets.
Yeah, and I mean, look at the kills. I mean, it's still the kill difference was, 14 kills. So Firelink, really, it came down to being able to shred objectives and towers. That's insane. I mean, what's the structure damage numbers here?
It was 14,000 for Charybdis.
Yeah, wow. Indigo doing a bunch of structure damage. That's insane. But Izanami doing a great job as well.
Susano had a lot.
Yeah, Susano. I can't speak today. But but anyway,
Words are hard.
Truly. But yeah, doing a great job for his team. But I think with that, we'll go ahead and stream ending screen.
Stream ending screen, guys. I'm going to read Double A's mind and speak for the rest of them here.
Yeah, please do.
I'm just kidding about that, but he's he's
might
got
be
a lot
having
of
a
green
stroke.
beers in him today. St. Patty's Day, Double A, being big supporter of that holiday, and Cinco de Mayo, and any other day he can have a beer in his hand.
Oh, whatever.
Big fan.
I don't even drink, whatever. But yeah, great job for both these teams. It was really fun watching this match. Both these teams coming in both with great records, and Firelink 5 did get the best of Lords of Ulster today. But going ahead and ending the stream, please go ahead and check out the Discord in the description. This is where all this stuff happens. We're growing league here, and Season 3 looking to start tentatively, or Season 2 looking to end around the 20th of April, I believe, and Season 3 looking to start about 2 months from there. So we're getting ready to kind of rev up for playoffs here, and then heading into Season 3. So make sure you're checking out the Discord. That's where you'll be notified about everything. I do want to thank Cowboy and Recurry for helping me cast today. Running a little low on manpower for today, but we pulled it out pretty well, if we can say words correctly, that is. But good job for all those guys. And as always, thank you for watching. We'll go ahead and stream here. Thanks, guys.
I'll come back now, you hear?